Today I am feeling like embracing everything fall. I want to talk about the cheapest ways to decorate without breaking the bank with the least amount of things for the most amount of impact. And then we're gonna work our way inside and out. So starting inside, number one is gonna sound so basic, but it makes such an impact. And that is going to be candles. Hear me out. You can add height and drama to any surface, and it's minimal cost. So this color combination will last you throughout Halloween into Thanksgiving and so forth. And it's really the same candle holder I use for all other seasons. And this particular one is from Makery. And the candles you can get just about anywhere. I have two different versions for fall. No rhyme or reason. I just like to swap them out a little bit. But you can get them for about 40 to 50% off at Hobby Lobby or anywhere else candles are sold. It's a quick way to decorate. And again, add height and drama very easily and without breaking the bank. Number two, accent pumpkins. I created this about almost 10 years at this point. And moms, teachers, I'm looking at you because this is a styrofoam pumpkin from the dollar store. The dollar store. So it is $1. They're supposed to be for carving. I decorated it with spray paint, obviously gold, and then I put green and yellow crystals on top with super glue. Again, for kids, you can do stickers, acrylic paint, puffy paint, and you can pull this out every year. Now that my budget has eased up a bit, I am working more on some black and white. I just find that this works with my decor and is a little bit more simple. These particular ones are also stuffed, and so I can throw them into Tupperware bin for seasonal storage and not worry about them breaking. I do avoid glass products for that reason, unless it's like a statement piece that you just absolutely love. This particular one is this season, and I got this from Makery. Start with 2, and that way you can kind of add them in. You can either put them on your mantle, your bookshelf, or you can play around with them. You can put them on a candle holder so you can create varying heights with your pumpkins, your candles, etc. Since I've acquired pumpkins throughout the years, I am actually going to I bought new ones. These are from Lowe's. They are this season, and I got 2 different kinds, and I'm going to stuff them in my lanterns on my mantle. But all you need is about 2 to start, and that makes a big impact. Try and find colors that are pretty basic and simple, and that way you can use them over and over and still love them. Number 3, decorative signage. You walk into Marshall's or TJ Maxx and you are just like bombarded with decorative signage for fall. And when I first started out, I had a very nominal budget, and so I would buy like little things that you would put like on a bookshelf. And there's nothing wrong with this. This was probably half off and still probably in the realm of like $5 to $10 from Michael's. But after a time, this runs out of space. Like, what am I going to do with another thing for either a mantle or just a space, a flat surface? And so I try and actually to avoid now some decorative signage that are not really like usable. Make an investment in a statement piece. Go ahead and buy that sign that you really love. Yes, it's a bit bigger and it's a little bit more, but I promise you it's much more useful and worth it in the long run. I personally love this one from Hobby Lobby. This is just a little bit more simple, and it is something that will make a bigger statement. It will cover more real estate on the wall and just take up a little bit more space, so you have a little bit more decor. By this point, you've had decorative pumpkins, candles, you already got the mood down. You can make a pretty big impact with those 3 items in any space, small or big. Now we're starting to get extra, and I'm gonna talk about decorative pillows. I first saw this particular pillow in Starbucks in Los Angeles, and I just absolutely loved it and happened to come across it in Kohl's. It is about 3 seasons at this point, and I got it for like 50% off. And even though I absolutely love this, the color scheme, the plaids, I mean, it's very much like you have to love this, and you know, it might not grow with you. And so these days I do tend to go more simple with my accent pillows. The rest of the pillows are where I go into like blue velvets and faux fur. And so this just works these days, and this is particularly from Hobby Lobby. It is 1 year old, but they do carry the line, and they have some very similar ones out right now. And I just think that you can throw one on the bed or your couch, and it makes a pretty big impact, but again, not necessary. It's just one little touch without going overboard. I am down to the 5th and final piece for your indoor fall decor on a budget. One of the first things that I bought, and I still love it, is a candelabra, and this thing is loud. It's actually really well made. This was from Target about 10 years ago at this point. And here, let me put this here so you can see it a little bit better. It is heavy and well made. It's not flimsy or cheap. It's survived many, many years, and I will just go ahead and put some candles on them. In the beginning, I put dollar store skulls on them. I kind of had fun with it. Over time, it hasn't quite lived the test of time. I do like those more simple candle holders. This particular one is pumpkins. It is from White Barn. I don't know if you can see it really well here, and was $15.50. I don't really put this out as much just because I do use my white ones right now, but it's one different type of candle if you're looking for a little bit different look. Let's talk about spooky things. So this particular candle holder is a crow on a skull, and it is maybe my most out there thing. I do obviously tend to not go like the skulls route anymore. Let's talk about that in 1 second. So this is a candle holder, again, just pretty simple. When I first started decorating, I used to do the spider webs. I would go to thrift stores and buy like old different trays and buy like eyeballs and put them in like jars with food coloring. Again, it really depends. If I were having a Halloween party, I might do something like that. I might use something like this, but for home decor these days, I'm just gonna keep it much more simple. All right, you guys, so that is the inside. 5 quick ways to make an impact without doing too much. Let's talk about outside real quick. Very easy to come across pumpkins and mums and hay and all sorts of things to like zhuzh up your front porch. And every year I tell myself I'm going to scale back. I'm going to scale back because those things add up so quickly. So let me tell you a few quick tips to make the most of your front porch on a budget. Starting with my number 1 go-to, and this thing I go to year after year after year. I went to Menards and I got a crate, like a milk crate made out of wood, and I just went ahead and spray painted it a berry color, and I'm telling you, that thing is a lifesaver year after year, because what it does is it adds that element of drama by adding height that you might get from, say, a haystack without being obsolete. I mean, it can be used year after year. It was about $10. Haystacks will go from anywhere from about $7 to $12 is what I saw today when I was out shopping at your big box stores. And so it's just a really nice way to elevate your front porch. And let me tell you some other things that I do to just bring it to life. One thing that I turn to every year is the dollar store, and I got these sprigs about 4 or 5 years ago. I have about 6 of them in red and orange, and basically what I do is I will tuck them into the crate. You can do that. You can also put them in planters to kind of add some color to either real or fake plants. Try to use an 80-20 method, 80% real, 20% fake, and that way there's a pop of color no matter how much my green thumb, black thumb kills things. Let's talk about pumpkins. I love going to pumpkin patches, especially it's a tradition we have year after year. We bring the dog and it's a ton of fun. And I just throw more and more pumpkins into that wheelbarrow and it adds up. And if you're getting those small pie pumpkins, our squirrels love them and they're gone within less than a week, I promise you. So what I do is I actually buy a few plastic pumpkins and I supplement them. So again, not all fake. I will just throw them in here and there. And so what I will go ahead and do is I will buy them at all different sizes. You can get them bigger, but again, they do fly away. This particular one was orange. I don't know if you can see. No, you can't. I painted it a peach color and it was $3 at Target. And these are from Michael's and will run you anywhere from $5 to $10 on sale. All right, you guys, let's talk about your front door. For people who live in apartments or something like that, maybe a pumpkin patch isn't readily accessible. So all of these different tips are void. So let's talk about one way that anyone can update their decor and make their house more welcoming, and that is something on your front door. Now, I do have some wreaths. I think one actually. I will actually go ahead and buy like little tchotchkes from like the dollar store or, you know, Target or whatever. And I will put on and change out maybe a flower or two, and that way it gets a new look every year. But this is one opportunity to go on Etsy and support your local artists. I absolutely am in love with this. So it is a local artisan named Mama E's Bakery. It was $49, and let's talk about the fact that why is this in a fall video? So when we talk about making the most bang for your buck, I still am very conscientious of trying to buy things that are going to be, you know, have longevity. And there's different fall versions that you can get, but I wanted something that would last all year. So this will be amongst all my fall things, but it is just a fun way to update your front door. So there you have it. 5 things on the inside and a handful on the outside to make the most of your fall decor so you can use your money wisely, because I know how tempting it can be to just want to buy everything, and this way you can make the most without spending a fortune. Let me know what your favorite fall decor is in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Have a good day.